Again, guys, perfect, great fundamentals in this early game. Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Korean jungler Oner, the jungler for T1. Recently, they won the LCK finals. They're heading to MSI, jungler alongside Faker. Looking at his early games, we're going to take a look at 3 early games, talking about the fundamentals, all the things that go into his early games to make sure they're consistent, they're high impact, and they're at a, he's one of the best players in the world. So a couple of fundamentals that we're going to be talking about here. Biggest one we're going to see is getting to camps on spawn. The speed. I see all the time in lower elo games. Just when I watch them, I'm watching them on slow motion. They're like, going on the map and doing something, and then they're late to their camps, and then they get counter jungled. The speed of which he's on his camps is crucial. It allows him to have so many options in this game, and he gets very, very strong. We're talking about level 6 at 6 minutes. It's very, very good, and you're going to have a lot of options if you're going to be level 6 at 6 minutes in the game. Tracking enemy jungler, patience on ganks, waiting for the enemies to be at their most vulnerable state. Thinking about, okay, what does the enemy laner want to do? Do they want to shove in the lane, the minions, and reset? Where are they at the most vulnerable state? Wait for them to use their abilities. He does a great job of doing this in some of these games. Helping laners with low HP. There is so many options when you go to laners with low HP. It's not so much the enemy team low HP. Yes, there is things you could do there. You can do dives. But it's also important to look at when your laners are low HP, because the enemy team is going to stick around in lane, going to try and kill them. Chaos is going to happen. Skipping camps to help his laners. Skipping camps to impact the map more so. And great example here at the end, the last game, game 3, of not deciding when not to do dragon to have a high impact on the map. Really great stuff here, guys. Hope you learned something. Let's get into it. First game, Nidalee versus Diana. Oner playing the Nidalee. Starting red. Enemy jungler starts. Nah shows in lane. Enemy bot shows about the same time. 2 missing pings go out. We have no idea where Nidalee started. So we're going to have to wait till Nidalee shows on the map, or see what happens in that first crab to know. Looks like we're just doing red Krugs. Assume Raptors next. Very standard path for Nidalee. Doesn't decide to do anything off the level 3. Commits to level 4 clear. Finishes his clear by 3 minutes 17. That's pretty quick. He does have a leash though. Plenty of material out there on YouTube about Nidalee clear. I always recommend Philaris. He's the master of clears. This takes a lot of practice, guys. So, pro players are obviously very good at clearing, full clearing by the time the crab spawns. Very important for you to be able to master that on your champion. All right, so really important now, the mindset that I would be in my game is I'm thinking, okay, well, obviously we don't know where Diana started, so she could potentially be on this grab. But the fact that this is warded here, she's probably going to be walking through here after she does Krugs, because Diana will also most likely do a level 4 clear. So we probably know this crab's pretty safe. We don't really need to do anything. We get seen by a ward here. Okay, so now we probably know that Diana is bot side. So there's pings there. He instantly does a missing ping bot. Really good fundamentals. Next thing we need to think about here is, okay, so top diveable? Is mid counter gankable? Remember, mid's not gankable here based on where the wave is right now. And Diana, we've got this warded as well. There's no way Diana's ever going to gank this, so there's nothing really to do mid. We could maybe look to see if mid's diveable, but we probably don't even need to look as well, because Aurelia's full HP. I'm assuming Yasuo's also full HP. So decides to clear the ward. Looks to just get some timers on the enemy camps. He's looking top. Just a note here in terms of what we know Diana's clear is now, is that Diana has started top side. She's done red, Krugs, Raptors. Her Krugs won't spawn until around 4 minutes 20 seconds, so we don't really have any opportunity to counter jungle unless we stay here this entire time. So super simple full clear. There's no way as well sort of top's going to be gankable here, because it's Na's responsibility here to play weak side, because his Diana is bot. And we also saw Nidalee on the ward, so we know that Nidalee's around top side. So we'll see what he does here. Fantastic spear. Gets the flash. Best case scenario here, I would say that Nidalee, this is one of the very few champs that could possibly get away with burning a flash here by that spear. Like if I'm playing Rek'Sai here, he gets the Lee Sin, even hitting a Q, like you're probably not going to get a flash. It's not going to do as much damage as Nidalee spear. But this is fantastic. Fantastic early game, nice relaxing early game. Does a gank. Again, we know Diana's bot side. What I'll be doing here is checking bot wave because I'm going to be coming straight out of base and bot. Checks bot wave. All right, so really important here to note here, guys. This is a really important fundamental, and I see this always in my low elo reviews. You see how all Oner's done here is he's just full cleared. He's cleared this ward. He's placed the ward. He's checked these camps, and then he has gank top. He's only really done like one aggressive play on the map, the gank top. Sometimes what I see here is people, you know, they do their full clear and they come up and they do like one thing and it's like low percentage. And then they go mid here and then they do something else and they go top. And then their Krugs are so far, they've spawned on the map so long ago. As we can see here, Oner is going straight to his bot side around when his Krugs are spawning. So again, have that timer in your head, 4 minutes, 20 seconds. Really important to be down there to get to those Krugs. So he does a really good job, and you'll see this always in high elo, especially, you know, these type of games in this elo. Just get your Krugs on spawn. You're going to have no option for them to be counter jungled, and also you're just going to increase your tempo. You're going to get to level 6 very quickly. So again, really good fundamentals. He bought CDR boots on his buy, and we see Diana bot as expected. She might be looking to go for his Krugs or looking for a dive bot, but obviously we're here to defend. Really interesting here, guys, how he just doesn't randomly start the Krugs. Again, in lots of low elo reviews, I'll definitely see people just be like, oh, I'm just going to discount what's going on bot and just hit these Krugs. What he's doing here is Diana's around, so there's no way he should put himself in a position where he's using all his abilities on the Krugs. And he needs to potentially defend a potential dive. You know, so obviously once they see Nidalee here, they're probably going to call off the dive because this is not going to be diveable. So Diana's here, she just backs off. There's definitely an element as well, and sometimes in your games where you can like bait out the dive and then, you know, force them to commit here. But this is fine. We just want a nice relaxing early game here. Goes for the spear. Oof, that actually missed. I guess good dodge by Diana there. And then now he's looking to make a bot gank here. Okay. I'm actually surprised he got away with this, to be honest. I guess Diana right now, this might be a little bit of Diana's fault right now, because if you're to put yourself in the enemy bot lane shoes, all they want to do is sit here and push this next wave and recall. So it's sort of Diana's responsibility to come back down here. I think that she just went straight mid because she's looking to catch mid wave. That's what she looks like she's doing here if you look on the minimap. But I think that him getting away with these kills is pretty ridiculous. But the thing is about this is no risk. Even if Diana's here, he's got a buy already, guys. So there's no real risk to this at all. And he's also forcing the enemy team to not get their ideal reset off, which is fantastic. So again, really just basic ganks. And it's really important as well to not like overthink things. Like sometimes these just work. Even though that they know Nidalee's here, again, think about what the enemy bot lane's thinking about. What they want to do is, again, push this next wave in and reset. This next wave come in here. Right? I mean, they could maybe look to back off here. I mean, it is a cannon wave as well. But, you know, you got to adapt. Look what they're doing. They're obviously staying for the enemy bot lane here. Alright, so we get a double kill bot, which is fantastic. Just do another clear towards top. We know that Na has no flash, so this is fantastic. Just in terms of tracking here, guys, quickly. Obviously, Diana, after that mid, she's going to be looking to either reset and go to her Krugs and clear down. But it looks like what she's done here, she's gone through mid here. And then she's going to be doing her Raptors. Where did her Krugs go? Her Krugs? I think it's just bugged. They just don't spawn or something. I may be confused by that. Anyway, so Diana's around mid. She does her Raptors. She's staying on the map. So she's heavily delaying her base. As you saw her run to the Raptors there. But since we're going to be pathing towards top side here, it's, you know, we're fine. We just want to be getting, again, level 6 as quickly as possible. So we get level 6 off that grump. A level 6 at 6 minutes is insanely quick. 6 minutes on the dot. So this is, again, just a perfect, fundamental, beautiful early game by Oner. Get into his camps on spawn. Ganking people when they're looking to push the wave in for some free kills. Comes top here. Okay, next thing here, look at the rage bar of Nah here, guys. Really great patience. He's just sitting here channeling his base. He's not forcing this. If he was to just run at this right now, Nah's just going to ult them away and then leave. So what he's doing here is he's looking at the rage bar right now. He's going to bait it out, use all his abilities, and then he goes for the gank. Misses the spear, but again, the intention is there, guys. Patience on ganks is really important. Well, you obviously want to wait for the enemy laner to use their abilities before they go in. The mindset I always have is, when is the enemy team most vulnerable? What's their most vulnerable state? And that's when they jump in, use their abilities, as Nah just did there. So obviously, Nah's going to respect that gank. There's no reason to stick around here, force that, reset, straight back bot, get red, on spawn. Again, look at how quickly he's on his camps. He's on his camps on spawn, guys. This is what makes a great jungler. When I watch lower elo games, I see people playing, it's like I'm watching on slow motion, but this game is at a very good pace. Alright, there's nothing really for him to do here. All his camps are still off spawn. His Krugs will be up in about 30 seconds or so, so he decides just to invade. He's level 6, Diana will be level 5, so again, there's no real threat on him at all here. Looks like he's going to maybe look to place a ward, get some traps down. Love it. Krugs are coming up here. Again, on his camps on spawn. On his camps on spawn. On his camps on spawn. Alright, decides to skip Raptors here. This is interesting. Lots of good FK usage. Looking, assessing all lanes. He's assessing mid and top. There's no reason for him to really assess bot because he's not looking to be bot anytime soon. Okay, so he's just straight up going for the invade. That's what he's doing here. That's why he skipped his Raptors. If he did his Raptors, he probably wouldn't have time to take this on spawn because, again, he's on this camp on spawn. Nidalee, Dinah would have just taken this. But Dinah probably wouldn't walk in here anyway because Aurelia is missing from mid lane. Okay, Diana probably knows. There's no reason for it to face check that. Well played by Diana. Good fundamentals. Unfortunate that Aurelia died a little bit early there. Yasuo Diana, obviously very scary combo, guys. Alright, that's what we'll take a look here. But again, guys, perfect, great fundamentals in this early game. Speed, speed, clear speed. Ganks, not forcing anything. Let's take a look at the next one, guys. Alright, we're against another Diana. This is a leasing game by Oner. Starts red. Enemy jungler starts, looks like starting opposite sides. Looks like that's a top leash since enemy bot lane's late. And enemy top laner will appear in 3, 2, 1. There it is. So that's a top leash. I really like the Yone's path in here, by the way, guys. He walked around just in case he got cheesed by Graves in that bush. It's very common. I see it all the time. Sometimes I get huge leads top laners. From camping the tribe rush. Alright, so we're going to be pathing opposite to the Diana unless we look to do a Red Krugs Raptors vertical invade, but looks like he's just relaxing. Red Raptors Gromp, super common path. It's very quick level 3 and it gets your Raptors off the map. So let's say if he shows top, he can't get counter jungled on his Raptors bot. Again, guys, very simple. League of Legends. Blue, we look top. So he's just looking to dive top here. Obviously, there's no threat of a counter because we know that the enemy jungler has started bot. And Graves has done a fantastic job to get this wave in a really good state that they can dive. I mean, this is a more common thing in high elo, guys. I wouldn't be expecting top laners to be able to get waves in these positions to dive level 3 like this. Maybe you could see this in Diamond, Platinum. I have seen that. But, you know, you could probably, again, the same thing. You would assess after you've done Gromp. I assess whether I need to gank top or bot. You do blue, assess whether you're going to gank top or mid, sorry, not bot. And then if, again, there's nothing to do, then you just do your wolves. And that's why that Red Raptors Gromp pathing has so much flexibility. So let's look at the execution of this dive. Level 2 Yone. Uses his ability on the cannon, which is really good for them. Owen obviously misses the Q. Cool. Alright, so we're just doing crab. Where you're thinking Diana's right now, Diana has, again, level 4 cleared. By this point, the fact that she hasn't showed on the map for anything. And we're just going to assume that she's probably going on crab. And then again, she's going to look at bot and then look mid. So I'll be checking those lanes to make sure what's going on there. There's lots of pings going out bot side. Look at the danger pings. It'd be really good to push the crab towards mid in case Kakali's going to get ganked. Looking at the minimap, she might be a little bit pushed up, but she's full HP. And Dinah, again, not the strongest gank champion. So Akali's going to be very safe. Alright, decides to do his wolves. He's doing wolves, guys, because he needs 1100 gold for his ideal base. He has 1030 gold, so I assume he's going to reset after this for Iron Whip. Yeah, they're going to have to wait for this mid-wave. Yeah, you can't reset right now. Okay. I think he just assumes Akali is safe. But again, that's why he stayed on the map. So he could have easily reset right now, but there's just no reason to reset. You need to get that 1100 gold for your Iron Whip. And that's the next fundamental here, guys. Thinking about what's your ideal first base with your champion. It varies for lots of champions. Let's say, for example, Oner's Nidalee before was 950 gold for his CDR boots, and 1100 gold is the one for Lee Sin, as well as many other AD champions. Obviously, that builds into pretty much all the core jungle items. Alright, straight mid. So, why is he going straight mid here instead of to his Krugs or anything? As we can actually see here, Dinah's actually taken the Krugs from Lee Sin here, and this is exactly what Oner did against the Nidalee there. So, you know, Dinah saw there was no option, so literally just did Crab and went straight to the Krugs to take the Krugs, because Lee Sin's a champion that traditionally doesn't do Krugs on his clear. So that's what Dinah has done here. And he's going straight mid here because he's scared that the Akali is going to get dived. That's why he's going here. Skipping all his camps. Always assessing, checking what's going on with his lanes. I can't emphasize enough, guys. If a mid laner dies this early in the game and loses, you know, a cannon wave, you know, like a whole wave or and a half, they don't have TP typically, especially nowadays with the TP changes. It's really game changing. It's big. It's pretty much like end of review. If my mid laner dies, and I could have prevented the gank. I didn't look at it or anything. It's pretty game losing. Great. And we kill him. So the next fundamental here that it always follows as well is that Yasuo is also going to stay here because Yasuo thinks he's very safe because the enemy, you know, Akali is really low and he wants to sort of punish her as much as possible. But again, going back to the other gank here, guys, what does Yasuo want to do? He just wants to get this wave in and then probably look to recall. So that's why he's also here as well. So it's for a couple of reasons. You're there to protect, but also Yasuo is going to be very vulnerable here. Like, he will never leave this wave. Yasuo will not leave this wave. Alright, then we help mid. Get the wave in. Beautiful fundamental League of Legends. Clearing up to his Gromp. Level 5 at 5 minutes. We're on time, guys. Again, this is speed clear in the jungle, guys. Just the speed of everything. He's just on his camps, on spawn, impacting the map. He's only doing like one play at a time. So remember, think of it, guys. It's like camps, one camp. Sorry, camps, one play. Camps, one play. Back to camps. It's not like camps, one play, two plays, Lee Sin, mechanics, crazy. It's very simple, calm, beautiful early game fundamentals. We're looking to redive top because the Graves is doing a fantastic job again to bully out the Gurnet off the wave. Oner doesn't let him get to the tower. Sorry, get to the other tower, so he's going to be vulnerable. Now we need to execute this correctly. We hit the Q. Beautiful. Easy. Right, he's looking bot here. Gets Crab. Akali solo kills the Yasuo, and then he's going to help mid shove to deny as many minions from Yasuo as possible. He doesn't really need to be there as well to like shove the whole wave because Akali can do it on her own. And you know, as a jungler, I always think, especially when you're playing these early game junglers like Lee Sin, I play a lot of Rek'Sai, Xin Zhao, you sort of want to let them get the experience as well, guys. Because, you know, experience is the difference. The levels advantages is huge when it comes to laning and when you're stronger. We see Diana mid, so he's looking for something bot. Alright, so they have just gotten this wave in. So the enemy bot lane could definitely be looking to recall. So now you need to assess, okay, are they going to stay to hit the tower or are they going to back off and recall? So he's walking down here. It looks like they're deciding to stay and keep trading. Center looks like goes for a ward. Missed that initial Q. And looks like Oner has baited his team. And all three of them die. Alright, so obviously, again, I see the intention here. We're going for the fight. This is a situation with these type of situations, guys, is that, I mean, these ganks are really not the best ganks. I mean, obviously, gold's gold and getting kills are cool, but, you know, killing them here, you know, obviously, there's always an element of baiting your teammates. Obviously, Dinah can't be here to counter gank, which is an element as well. If Dinah was missing here, I would probably never go for this gank ever in my games because, you know, if you get counter ganked here, you're going to lose about 2 to 3 waves here. So really important, guys, to assess, you know, sometimes this can be a very risky gank. You know, personally, I would probably just do red and Krugs here for level 6. It's not actually that valuable to kill the enemy bot lane here. The highest value ganks, guys, in League of Legends is to go for those dive plays that he's just done twice on the Oner. That denies Oner so much experience in gold. This, you're not really denying any minions from them. Obviously, you're just getting kills, and there's no objectives here as well because when he did top, he lost Dragon for that top play as well. So, you know, this is really not that high impact. You know, probably once he misses that Q, maybe look to back off, but I mean, he's pretty committed here. Once he misses this second Q, the play is done. I mean, Senna would block that Q anyway. Yeah, I don't want to get too much into the execution here, guys. Again, just fundamentally, these ganks are not the priority ganks in my mind in the game. And it's funny here, the enemy, they say no-go bot after this part. All right, that's what we'll go over for this one. Let's take a look at our last game. Oner playing Taliyah here versus Viego. Oner loves his early game champions. There's definitely a lot they can do in the early game. You know, early game in high Korean solo queue is really important. So let's take a look at this game. That's a red start. You know, we've had 3 red starts in a row this game. Enemy jungler starts. Always be looking at the minimap here, guys. They show up straight away. Oner shows up as well. Okay, so again, probably don't know where he started. You could potentially assume it is a Shaco support. Very odd. But you could assume that he started the red this game with boxes. But again, we just don't know for sure, guys, okay? So we do red, Raptors, Gromp. Mid has move. Looks like mid's going to ward here. That's some information that I'm taking in here. I don't know if he's looking at that in the minimap. Looking bot, because he's looking for maybe potentially that play next. So this bot play might be a little bit different than the others because we don't, again, know for sure where Viego is. But Shaco's pretty low threat. Alright, so we're looking to come down here. The thing about Viego as well, Viego tends to like to full clear as well. So, you know, it is fun to just walk in here right now because there's no way Viego's going to be sitting in this bush right now at 3 minutes in the game. You know, he's going to be looking to finish his clear by 3 minutes, you know, 20 seconds or so. Like, even if he was pathing towards bot, again, we don't know where he is. So it is very safe to go and threaten this. Threatening the dive. Gets a Dark Harvest stack. And Viego's actually bot. So this is potentially going to be a bit of a disaster. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's definitely an element of coin flip to this, guys. You know, you can't argue with that. Yeah, we just don't know where Viego started. All right, so let's see how he recovers this early game here. So he goes straight to his wolves out of base here. But then he just decides to go for top grab because he's going to assume he's going to lose bot grab. Just going to maybe look for top gank after this. Looking at the wave. What's going on with top wave? They're just fighting. Wave's in a pretty neutral state right now. So this is just a standard gank. I mean, there's nothing really else for him to do after this crab. And he decides to skip crab. So really important, guys. You see how he's skipping crab here, guys, to go help top? You know, a lot of people, again, I'll see them just tunnel. This is just where map awareness is just so important. You know, if he does this crab, he misses his opportunity to get the kill top straight up, you know? So really important to know when to skip camps to help vulnerable lanes, especially when they're low HP. You don't even need to look at the minimap sometimes, guys. Just look at the health bars in your team, and that's a great indication of, you know, what's going on in these lanes. They're typically going to be heavy trading. I love looking at low HP targets on my team. because there's usually chaos to go to. Alright, so we kill top. We help push in the top wave for the Tryndamere. And then we go back to the Crab. Alright, so where are you going to assume Viego's right now? He's probably going to reset and go straight top to his Gromp. There's no way he can go and contest the Gromp right now, guys, because, you know, he's not going to have that good items on Viego. Obviously, Viego, a lot of gold from that bot play, and his top's resetting, and he doesn't really have priority mid here. So he's looking on mid here. Great stuff. Alright, I'd say pretty recovered this early game so far. Takes Raptors, Wolves, Gromp. Checking top wave. Alright, so great question here, guys. You know, what do we do now? You know, obviously there's no plays to be done bot here, guys. So just the only option is to reset top. His Aurelia is in base, coming out of base, which means Vex has moved, so we can't do Dragon. Nautilus is resetting. There's just no play to be made here, bot. There's no gank to be done here. So that's why he's just going to recall. Go straight top. And this is perfect as well. He's looking to make sure, going back again to that first VOD we looked at, he's not thinking to reset for his Krugs. He's just thinking, I need to reset to get straight top. Well, I mean, he is as well resetting for his Krugs, but he's going straight top here so that he can defend the potential dive, but they're going to go for a dive, so we're just going to do his Krugs. Pathing back down bot here. Lucky Vex misses that ult. We should be okay now. That's a huge misplay by Vex. That's a disaster. And now Vex has no ult, guys. So we're the movers here. We're the movers. Aurelia's going to have move. We're invading. We're getting aggressive. Aurelia has ult. Vex has no ult. We're very strong right now. So I like that he's looking to force a play. He's trying to find them. They are seen on that wave, which is not ideal. And we see Viego throw that W. This is definitely going to be a free dragon. Or he's going to contest top camps with top push. Okay, interesting call not to do dragon. I like this a lot. This is definitely the way more high pressure play, guys. You have the move. You're going to have Aurelia move here. Trinimare's level 6. Top has priority as well. Not doing dragon here is actually very, very a high pressure play to make. So sometimes here the way I think about it is like, can I get more on the map than just a dragon here? And we know that all Viego's top camps are up because, you know, all the bot camps are gone. But looks like we go for a dive top. And Viego's here because he's going to be topside looking to defend his top camps. That's why he went top. Imagine if he did dragon here, guys. Think about how much he just got for this. He's going to double kill top here, I hope, and deny a lot of experience and gold from Yone. You see how Yone's just trying to get all the minions before he dies? Oh, disaster. He doesn't have enough mana, does he? Again, that's a potential double kill right there, guys. And that would have been so much more impactful than taking the dragon. Alright, I think that's all we'll go for this game. His team's super far ahead here. He skips his Raptors to go bot here because I think he's scared of Viego. He knows that Viego's bot after he died. So he thinks that Viego's going to be taking these camps in terms of jungle tracking. Again, great fundamentals here, guys. That's why he skips his Raptors. That's the second time we've seen him skip Raptors in the VODs today. And then Vex misses another ult. Come on, Vex. These are game-losing ults, buddy. And then he survives. Alright, that's what we'll go for this game here, guys. That's the end of the reviews today. Hope you took some lessons here in terms of early game fundamentals. Just beautiful League of Legends. Some mistakes, obviously. But overall, the intentions are all there. Great stuff. Implement this in your games, and we'll see you on the Rift.